talk about the 3 types of land investing. I want to share with you something really special here. So what are the 3 types of land investing you should consider? So the first one is what most of you think about is residential, right? Where you can build a house and you can build something on it. So also is the zone for development. So that's the first one. So for example, let me give you a little story here. And this is how I stumbled into it. So I bought this house on a foreclosure, and as I was rehabbing the house, there was a vacant lot next door. And I saw that the city was coming in and cutting the grass, so obviously nobody was actively doing anything with this vacant land. So I found out who the owner was for this land, and I sent him a letter, and I said, hey, I'm interested in your land, I own the house next door. And fortunate enough, he called me, right? If he didn't call me, I would have called him. But he called me about a week later, and he said, yeah, well, I bought this land years ago. I meant to do something with it, but I never got around to it. I actually owe taxes on it, and the city is billing me for all these cutting grass fees. So I said to him, I would love to buy the land. So I paid only like $6,000 for it. And then I was going to build something on it. But then I decided, I had too much other things going on. And I ended up selling it for over $30,000 profit. And so this is something that I found, just by being next door. You can find a lot of this land in residential neighborhood. If you drive around, you will see that there are vacant random lots here and there. There's also a lot of lots that are tax delinquent, violations from the city, from the forestry department because they cut the grass. So there are so many ways to find these vacant lots. Second desirable land investing lots is for recreational use. So these could be camping lots. This could be for hunting lodges, that type of thing, especially if you're near a river or a lake. A lot of these lots are actually tax delinquent. People get these lots, but they don't pay the taxes, and a few years later, they go up for auction. So this is also a very good type of land to invest. And actually, I know an investor, that's all he invests in. He has bought over 3,000 of these particular parcels of land, and a lot of them he got them for free or pennies on the dollars. And then he sells them. He sells them on eBay and Craigslist and some of these sites, and he makes 20 to 50 ROI. So that's huge about finding these vacant lands. And then the last one, but not least, as far as land investing, is land that is in an area where there is expansion. And let me give a story here too. Actually, it's my own father. He owned a lot of land for his family in Italy. It was agricultural. And he saw that the city was expanding in that direction. So this was about 60 years ago. He went ahead and bought a lot of this farmland from other farmers, bought it for super, super cheap. And then he had it rezoned for commercial and residential, and he started selling this land. So literally overnight, he became a multimillionaire just by rezoning land and selling it. And now let's fast forward 60 years later. The city actually has expanded there. There is no vacant land anymore. Everything has been built up, and now it's in the middle of the city. So, but he didn't have to wait 50, 60 years. He actually started making money of it within the first couple of years of doing this type of rezoning and selling it to developers. So these are the 3 ways to really find land. And if you think that it takes a lot of money to invest land, that's not true. There is actually a lot of land you can have it for super cheap or even pennies on the dollars. It's actually cheaper and better to buy land, even for a new investor, because you don't have to commit a lot of money. There is no maintenance. You can do this virtually. You can do it anywhere in the country because let's face it, you can go on Google Earth and take picture of the land to market it, right? You don't have to be there in person. And this is something that we're actually going to talk about next week. We are having a training class about land investing, where to find these lots, how to do this virtually from anywhere in the country. And I'm going to have actually this amazing speaker who has done thousands of land. Even Robert Allen, which was the coach of coaches back in the 80s, said he never met anybody that has done as many deals as this particular individual. So he hasn't taught a class like this for almost 10 years. So we have a very special treat because he's going to, nothing held back, how he finds this land. He's going to share how he gets the sellers on board, how he gets the land for free. At one event we did years ago, he had so many parcels of land he got for free, we actually raffled off the land as gifts and these were camping lots. So it was really funny. But we're going to have all of this and so much more next week. So make sure we're going to have in the comment sections a link for you to join up this masterclass. This is a live. If you do join, you will get a recording. But it's like I said, please be on there because you can ask questions, you can interact, and we don't know honestly if we will ever offer this class again. So this is the time to find out. It's very lucrative, and not a lot of investors do this. So you're not up for any competition. So hopefully I'll see you next week. Take care.
Hi. I'm going to help her turn off the light.